we're going to start with just taking a really, really wide awareness. We've been doing this a lot in class lately. I think it's been really helpful for folks just to absorb with your awareness everything that's happening right now. So you can find your way into that inquiry however you want. You might just close the eyes and on a deep breath and kind of feel out into the space around you and all the various responsibilities that you hold, the various activities you dealt with today, the things you experienced that were joyful, the things you experienced that were more difficult, kind of all of those different layers. Maybe even feeling into your community, your family, your loved ones. Just really taking in that outer sense of where your energy touches in the world. And just noticing any of the thoughts or emotions that come up that way. Noticing the breath, again, with every inhale kind of touching out into that space. And then on the exhale, it's just a softening. It might be a softening back to you. It might just be a softening, kind of holding that awareness of, again, that really wide spaciousness. And then as you continue to breathe, I just want you layer by layer, and you don't have to name the layers. They don't have to have defined boundaries. I just want you to let each exhale drop you a layer closer to yourself. Every inhale kind of touches out. Again, you might feel, some of us might feel that's as energy kind of touching out. Some of us might feel it as more of thought touching out, or just the bigness of your physical body reaching out. Closer and closer with every exhale, coming to your physical self. And then I want you to see if you can come right into alignment with the center column of your physical body. So we refer to this center column of energy as the Sushumna. And so I like to spend a lot of time at the beginning of a yoga practice actually treating this as a channel of breath, and breathing up and down it, just to notice where there might be any blocks. Notice where there might be spaces that feel a little bit more fluid. So we're just going to do that together, and it's really easy. On the next exhale, let the breath drop all the way down to the base of the spine and just feel rooted. Maybe even take a subtle movement here through the hips. You can kind of rock around side to side, feel super grounded down through your lower body. And then on the next breath in, just breathe awareness up that center column of energy as high as you get it. The first breath, it might come to the space of the heart or the belly. And then on an exhale, breathe back down with your awareness to the base of the sacrum. On the next breath in, bring it on up. And exhale, flows it back down. And just continuing that way. And eventually the inhales will get long enough that you might start to feel it lifting into the crown of the head. And so you're really breathing, like light breathing up the whole length of the spine, and then exhale, grounding that energy all the way back down into the sacrum. And so you're painting these two rooting points. One's very grounding, one is very lifting energy, and letting the breath just track between. And just noticing here as this breath gets a little bit smoother on the inhales up and on the exhales down, just connecting to this sense of center within the body. Noticing what it feels like to have the awareness really turned inward at this particular moment in time, where a lot of our attention is being called outward, and our environment is conversely very small for many of us to move around in. So this sense of center, probably going through a bit of a shift at the moment. And just notice if you feel into any of those subtleties at all. You don't have to attach to them as you're breathing. Just notice maybe what part along the center channel those spaces lie in. For some of us, it might be the throat. Others of us, it might feel it more towards the front of the forehead as a bit of mental tension. And then you can just continue with this breath, or if it feels appropriate for tonight, one of the mantras that I've been working with in my practice a lot lately is a little long, but I've been enjoying it. So it's 2 full breath cycles to get through the whole thing. On the next breath in, you can say, please let me feel. And on the exhale is inner peace. And on the inhale is from the center. And the exhale is of me. Inhale, please let me feel. Exhale, inner peace. From the center of me. And one more time, just so we remember it. Please let me feel on the breath in. Exhale is inner peace. Inhale from the center. Exhale of me. And you can just continue with that really gentle mantra, using those inhales and exhales to move the words through the body. And if the words change and become your own, that's beautiful. Go ahead and allow that. There may be certain words that are more powerful for you tonight in this practice. You can go ahead and just let this mantra take shape for you. And if you can, widening the awareness or potentially the energy of this mantra to be less about the words and more about the energy that you're painting, again, up the center column of energy. So taking this as a practice to come home to our centers. Perhaps noticing the relationship with the space to come home to center. Maybe it's been a while. Maybe it feels a little funky. Maybe it feels really, really good and you've been waiting for this all day. But just painting that calmness, that inner peace with your words, with your breath. We'll take one more breath in and out. And if you need another breath in or out to complete the mantra, go ahead and do so. And then when you're complete, just bring the hands down onto the thighs and gently open up the eyes. And we're just going to move through a bit of spinal work here to warm up. So you can keep the blanket or a block underneath you if you had that and it was helpful. If you're seated, or if you want, you can scoot it out to the side. We're just going to take the left arm up. And on the exhale, the right hand comes behind, and the left hand, the back of the hand, is going to come to the outside of the right thigh. This is too much of a twist. You can take the left hand to the left knee. Just coming in here to this gentle twist right away. And it's not super deep, so stay about 50% of your max range of motion. So we're just coming into a sustainable twist here. The belly may be tracking over towards the thighs. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale out. Good. Then inhale, just unwind and let the arms come out to the sides. Exhale, right over to the other side. Right back of the hand comes to the outside of the left knee, left hand kickstands behind you. And as you're coming into these twists, part of the key for not crunching into the back is really sitting low through the hips and lengthening up through the spine so you get this sense of space between the vertebrae. On the breath in, exaggerate that, and then on the exhale, see if you can find a little bit more ease in the twist. Good. We'll take a deep breath in, unwind, let the arms come wide, really reach wide. Exhale, over to the other side again. Back of the left hand to the outside of the right knee. This time, go ahead and take this right hand and either take the back of the hand to the sacrum, so the low back, or wrap this hand around to the top of the left thigh. You can give a nice gentle press down there. Gaze might turn over the right shoulder. Good. Then keep the right hand where it is, either at the back of the sacrum or wrapped here, and we're just going to unwind, and then left hand is going to come around and interlace. Grab the hands. So if your hands are back on the sacrum, go ahead and interlace, and then bring the clasped hands over to the left belly. Flatten the low back into the right forearm. Take a deep breath, and then exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Deep breath in. Exhale out. One more deep breath in. Exhale out, release the right hand down and out to the side, and just take a nice big side bend to the right. Right elbow hugs in, left arm reaches up and over. Inhale, come up, and exhale right over to the other side. So right hand comes to the outside of left thigh, left hand comes behind, find the twist to start, and then move into that half thigh variation. So again, this left elbow will bend, the back of the hand comes to the sacrum, or it slides around, maybe to the belly, maybe to the top of that right thigh. Head turns, chin over left shoulder. Good, on an inhale, release this right hand, keep the left hand as it is, and just find that interlace. Dropping the right ear, nope, the left ear, to the left shoulder. Like, that doesn't feel right. Left ear, left shoulder. Good. And you're just breathing up into the space of the neck. So resist the urge to really draw down on that right shoulder and create more stretch than is available just by tilting to the head. So let gravity prep you over here. Good. Then unwind the arms of the left hand, come down out to the side, then the elbow into the side body. Right arm comes up and over. Inhale, come up through center. Nice. Then we'll just switch the legs. If you had seated cross-legged, if you're kneeling, you can keep kicking it there. Just a little bit more action here to get into the core. So we're going to lift the left fingertips and turn the belly over the right thigh. I want you to really anchor down through the hips. This right hand might come forward slightly. And just take a forward fold over the right thigh. But you're out on a diagonal, so this isn't a super deep forward fold. I want you to come into a bit of a flat back expression here. The heart is lifting forward, the left side body is rotating forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, maybe reach the heart a little bit further, come a little bit deeper. Good, then on an inhale, just this left shoulder is going to rotate open, present the heart, and you come into the side bend. Good, inhale, come on up. Exhale, twist to the left, belly button faces over the left thigh. Anchor back through this right hip especially, and then just start to extend forward. Every inhale, see if you can find length from the sit bones through the right fingertips, length through the spine. Maybe exhale takes you a little deeper. Good, on the next breath in, roll the right shoulder back, left side body scoops forward, side bend. Inhale up, exhale, finish. We'll just rock over the knees, coming into tabletop. So we're gonna move through some kind of funky flows tonight. I think a little bit different than usual. So none of it hard, just different transitions to kind of get us out of our heads. So seeing if you can continue to be moving from that place of center through practice tonight, but allow some of the kind of funkier flows just to be this opportunity to shake the need for order from the brain. So we'll start just in cat-cow, really familiar, toes touch, knees hip distance apart. Take some nice easy cat-cows here. Really using the breath to breathe on the inhale into the front space of the body as you drop the belly button. Exhale, touch the chin, touch the hips. Good. Nice. And then find neutral from here. We're going to press the hands into the earth, really spread the shoulders apart, tuck the toes, and then bring the knees up off the earth, maybe just an inch or so. We're just going to start building a little bit of heat in the thighs, as well as the low belly. So the more you pull the low belly up and in without rounding the spine here, just pull it up and in. That'll help to create a little bit of that strength. And then notice where you might be holding on to tension in the face and the muscles of the neck. Anywhere else, see if you can release there. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, lower the knees, keep the toes tucked, and walk the hands back onto the thighs. Options to stay here if you'd like a little bit more. Reach the fingertips back. And just lift the hips slightly, tuck the chin towards the chest, stretching through the thighs. And then we're going to do that one more time. Walk it forward, coming into tabletop. Second set, tuck the toes, draw the belly button up and in, press the earth away, and then hover the knees off the earth. Make the breath here really full and strong, and see if you can connect back into that sense of breathing up and down the center column. Finding your space of center. Relaxing where you might be unnecessarily holding tension. And then lower the knees down. Go ahead and walk back. Again, options to stay here. This might be enough of a quad stretch. Or let the hands come right down behind and lift the hips slightly. Breathing into the front space of the body. Good. And then we'll walk the hands back out and forward. Tuck the toes. And go ahead and come back into a down dog. Take a deep breath in, pedal through the feet. Let this be really nice through the side bodies. Good. And then we're going to pause here in down dog, feet hip distance apart. Just come up really high onto the toes. And on an exhale, without moving the feet as hip distance apart, just drop the heels to the right. So the feet will kind of form a straight line towards the back of the mat. Press down through the left heel of the hand. And see if you can shift the hips back even more. Good. Then inhale, come up through center. Exhale, lower the heels to the left. Press down through the right heel of the hands and the hips up and back. Good. Inhale through center. Exhale, lower the knees. Good. Let them come to the outside edges of the mat. Toes touch. Go ahead and sit back. Grab for opposite elbows. Forehead rests on the forearms. And just rock the belly side to side here. Let it kiss towards the opposite thighs. Just taking a break. And then coming right out of it. Inhale, come back to the tabletop. Exhale, back into down dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Inhale, roll the spine forward to plank. And then we're going to slide the forearms down onto the earth. And do the same thing with the heels. So before we do, press the forearms away, lift the hips slightly, breath in. Exhale, heels to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, heels to the left. Good. Inhale, center. Lower the hips down, let the tops of the feet untuck. Press the outside edges of the pinky toes. And then press down through the forearms and draw the forearms back towards the hips so you feel that sensation of rocking up and over the pubic bone, heart moves forward. Nice. Then let the chest melt down onto the earth. Hands come underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, coming back into a tabletop and back into down dog. Okay, adding on just a little bit. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, lower the forearms down. Deep breath in. Exhale, heels to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, heels to the left. Inhale, center. And then see if you could just walk the feet in a little bit more. Couple steps. Lift through the left leg. This is about as hard as the class is going to get. Lower the right knee down towards the earth and bend the left knee. So we're in tabletop here. The right knee is tucked. We're on the forearms. The left knee is bent. Just give some gentle pulses up. Left sole of the foot pressing towards the ceiling. Good. And then from here, with the left thigh lifted, turn it out and extend the left leg out to the side of the mat so the whole foot comes flat onto the earth and come up onto the hands. From here, inhale, lift the right arm up, and we're gonna again find that half bind. So maybe it's the right hand to the back of the sacrum, maybe it's a full wrap to the inside of the left thigh. Draw the belly button up and in, and then move this left hand out slightly. We're just gonna bend into this left knee, and then straighten. Kind of a weird movement. Bend, and straighten. Nice, one more time. Straighten, this time bend the left knee, and then scoop this right heel underneath you so you can see my back right knee is rotating. And we're gonna come to sit onto that right heel. So it might be helpful, you can tuck the toe and get a little bit more lift here with the spine, that's helpful. Option to keep the bind or release the right hand down. Left elbow is gonna come to the top of the knee, hand, fingers spread wide. If the back of the right hand is on the knee here, you can take the pointer and the thumb together. Just breathing. You can also take this elbow to the inside of the left knee and encourage it open. Coming back to that center line of the breath. Good, go ahead and bring the left hand down. The right hand follows, bring them back onto the mat. Straight through the left leg and spin the right heel back. And then we're just gonna lift up through this left leg and send it back along the mat. Reach the right fingertips forward. And then come down through tabletop. Breath in, scoop the heart and belly down. Exhale, press the earth away. Good, and then tuck the toes. Come back into down dog. Deep breath in. Roll the spine forward to plank. Slide the forearms down. This is the last time we're doing this part. Deep breath in. This time we're going to send the heels to the left. Then inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. You got it. Lift the hips. Press down to the forearms and walk the feet in. Just a couple steps coming into dolphin. This time lifting the right leg. Keep the hips square. And then bend both knees as you lower the left knee down towards the earth. Slowly. Right thigh is parallel. Gentle pulses. And by gentle, I actually mean little. So these don't have to be really big. What I want you to think about is that space right at the top where the hamstring plugs into the glute. To see if you can find sensation there. You can find it without moving very much at all. Good. Then pause. Come up onto the forearms here and extend the leg out to the side. Glue the whole foot down. Inhale, the left arm's gonna lift. And then the hand turns out and finds that bind. Back behind the sacrum or a full wrap here. Move the right fingertips slightly out. And we're just taking that side bend. Bend the right knee. Come back through center. Bend. Center. Bend. The last time, this time bend. As you're bending, swing that left heel underneath you and choose either top of the foot on the floor or tuck the toes and come to sit. My right hand's gonna come here. My left fingertips are gonna come here. You can also take a bind. You can let this be whatever you want with your arms. Maybe closing the eyes here and seeing if you can connect back into that ease. Even though the lower body and the upper body, all the limbs are kind of how you want this right here. See if you could just connect back into that center line of breath. Notice what's going on. Good, and then releasing, bringing the hands down, walking them back to the mat, swing the left heel back around. Press the right leg to straight to start, engage the belly, and then float the right leg back and around. Lift the left fingertips forward. Nice, and then lower it back down to tabletop. Good, take a cat-cow here just for your own, and then from side to side, and then we'll just come on back into down dog. Once you're back in down dog, take a moment there to pedal through the feet. Grab some water if you need. Nice, and then we're gonna make our way towards the front of the mat. So from down dog, come up really high on the toes, bend the knees a lot. Travel towards the front of the mat. Taking in a flat back here, press the fingertips towards the shins, and then on an exhale, bend the knees a lot, bring the belly down to the thighs, and grab for opposite elbows. But I want you to think here, as soon as I turn towards the room, my pinky fingers are into the creases of my elbows, and I'm really using them to draw it down, and I'm working with my exhale. So on an inhale, I'm lengthening the spine, scooping my heart forward, and then on an exhale, I'm really drawing that down, letting the top of my head hang really heavy. Notice where the breath wants to move in these forward folds. Good. And then release the arms down heavy. We'll just come to roll up. One vertebrae at a time. Roll the arms high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Good. Take a deep breath in. Spread the elbows wide, fingertips wide in this cactus shape. And then interlace the hands behind the skull and lengthen up through the spine as you exhale, lean the heart up and the head back. Deep breaths there, really feeling down through your feet. Every inhale, lengthening the spine back up. Then on an exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin to the chest, press the elbows towards each other. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, round. This time, inhale, just lift the arms up high. Exhale, we'll fold all the way down. Good. So from here, shifting the weight to the right foot, we're going to breathe the left leg up, then bend through the standing leg, lower the back toes, and lower the knee. One breath in, coming into your low lunge, reach the arms high. Exhale, hands come to the inside of the right foot, and we're going to straighten the right leg and come around to the side of the mat, putting the left heel under, straighten through the right leg, and breathe the right arm high. So we're in this modified side plank now. Left hand should be towards the back of the mat. Right arm is reaching back there as well, and you're breathing length here from the right outside edge of the foot all the way to the right fingertips. Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, continue moving towards the back of the mat. Bring the right hand down, let that left heel spin underneath. Lift the right leg, left fingertips come forward. Exhale, right toes come down, left hand comes down. On an inhale, send the left leg back parallel towards the earth. Options here to lower the right knee, straighten the right knee. Lower, straighten, there's only one more left. You can bail at any point. That's the awesome thing about a home practice, no one can see you. And then exhale, and come back into down dog. On an inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, step it forward by the right hand. Coming up into high lunge, we're going to breathe the arms all the way up. Nice. And then on an exhale, bend the back knee. Send the arms back, belly towards the thighs. Inhale, press, unwind all the way up. Exhale, bend. One more time. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, bend. This time as you inhale, we're spinning to the left, swinging both arms up, toes turn out, arms reach high. Exhale, sit the hips low. Inhale, lift the hips a little. Exhale, sit the hips a little. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come down and stay here. Spin this right heel back. Open up the arms to warrior two. And then windmill the hands down. Inhale, come to stand on the left leg. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back, hands to shins. Exhale, melt. Inhale, reverse them all the way up. Exhale, right back down. Shifting the weight into the left foot. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, bend through the standing leg. Reach the right leg back. Let the toes land. Then let the knees land. Press down through the foundation. Bring the arms up. Right away, bring the hands down. We're spinning to the right this time. This right heel swings under. Straighten through the left leg. Right hand comes to the back. And breathe length into the left side of the body. Good. Then continue moving, swinging that right heel underneath you. Left hand comes down. We're going to lift the left leg. Lift the right arm. Nice. Then lower those back down towards the earth, right hand to the shoulder, left toes come back. Press here, get strong through your belly, and float the right leg back. Options to stay, or lower the left knee 3 times. Tap, and lift. Keeping the belly really strong, lengthening the back of the neck here. Keeping the muscles soft in the face. Once you've done this 3 times, lowering the foot down, pressing back and up. Into down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward. Press through the feet. Legs are wide here, so you've got a really wide stance. Breathe the arms all the way up. Exhale, bend both knees. Scoop the arms back, belly to thighs. Press, unwind, big inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale out. This next inhale, we're coming to face the side of the mat, toes out, arms high. Exhale, sit low. Inhale, gentle pulses here. We're thinking about pressing through your feet, and then exhale, squeezing down. So you're really moving with your breath up through that center line here, same as earlier. Good, coming down and holding. Relax the neck. Spin the left heel back, open up the arms to warrior two, and windmill down. Bring the front foot. Inhale, come to stand on the right leg, left leg lifts. Exhale, down, bear standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, melt. Good. Then inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands down to heart center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, arms fall down to the sides. Nice. And then we're just going to shake it out a little bit. I've been doing this in class, in the middle of class, and I don't know why. It just feels really, really good. But it's just a side to side. So you're just going to let the arms swing side to side. Again, this is all about allowing the body to undo, unbecome. So let this be super sloppy. You might find that the sloppier you can let this be, the more enjoyable it is. Good. And then start to churn it down, feeling through your feet, starting to resense into that center line, maybe even closing the eyes there. Feeling through the feet, pressing down, lengthening through the spine. If the feet aren't hip distance apart, just heel toe them back to the midline. Then we'll breathe the arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. Go ahead and step back just right away into a down dog. Always an option to flow. I'm going to knock them on practice tonight. On the next breath in, lift the right leg high. Exhale, step it forward towards the right hand. And if you look down at the feet, they're hip distance apart here. Press, lift the hips slightly. Inhale, come all the way up. Nice. On the exhale, let the arms come wide, heart comes forward, and squeeze the pinky fingers towards each other. Good. Inhale, lengthen the torso back up, arms lift. Exhale, squeeze the pinky fingers towards each other. Good. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands are going to come down to heart center. Turn the back foot down and open up the arms to warrior two. Take a peek at your feet. The front heel should be in alignment with the center of the back of the foot. So sometimes we get really wide here, and then it's kind of harder to balance. Take a second to look down. Make sure the torso is faced towards the side of the mat. Front knee over the ankle here. And then get really wide through the arms today. Then take a breath in, flip the palms up. On an exhale, draw the elbows towards the side bodies, pointer and thumbs come to touch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. As you're opening up the arms this time, turn both toes in, facing the side of the mat. And we're going to bend to the left knee on an exhale, hands come to heart center. Torso comes low. Inhale, come through center, straighten both legs. Exhale, arm windmill back, belly drops. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands stay at heart center. Inhale, center. Exhale, windmill the arms back. Good, one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. This time, press up through center. Stay. Arms are floating back. Rotate the pinky fingers towards the face. And kick through the outside edge of the feet. If you're feeling this in the low back, you can bring the torso up. Or just remind the belly button and the front ribs to hug together here as you're flat back. And then come all the way down. Shaking the head side to side. Any variations here that you'd like, so you can grab for opposite calves or shins. Feels really nice on the back space of the body, just getting a little bit of an opener there. Traditionally, you can bring the hands here under the shoulders or reach back through. Lots of different variations. Good. Then on an inhale, walk the fingertips back up underneath the shoulders and turn the right toes out, walk back around towards the front of the mat. Inhale, sweep the right leg back and high. And then exhale, down dog. Good. We'll come right into the other side. Lift the left leg. Exhale, step it forward towards the left hand. Feet are wide, hip distance apart. Press down with the hips and draw the torso up. Exhale, send the heart forward, arms come wide. Pinky fingers squeeze towards each other. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press and squeeze. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale. Last one, exhale. Inhale, and then exhale, open it up into warrior two. So again, take a second, always wanting to build the posture from the ground up. So check your feet, your knee alignment, feeling that stability through the legs, and turn the torso, and breathe the arms wider like wings. Flip the palms up. Exhale, pointer and thumb come together, draw the elbows down to the side bodies. Inhale, expand. Exhale, really draw them in with purpose, and then inhale, get big. The breath in is a stretch. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Next inhale, straighten through both legs. Turn the toes in, and then we're moving side to side. So right knee bends, hands are at prayer. Inhale, center. Exhale, arms fly back. Inhale, center. Moving with your breath. Again, feeling here as you're inhaling, coming through center, it's a very buoyant up and over quality. Gather energy from that to get the strength in this lunge side to side. Good. Finishing here, then straighten through both legs, press out through the outside edges. Arms are back, and then forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. Same variation that you had with the arms on the other side, if that felt nice or needs to be balanced out. Otherwise, just taking whatever feels nice. Great spot for an inversion if you have those in your practices. We'll be here for about another 5 rounds of breath. Good. On an inhale, come on up. Exhale, walk the hands around to the front of the mat. Press down, sweep the left leg back and high. Exhale, down dog. Good. Take a deep breath in here. We're going to be here for 3 rounds of breath or so. Maybe you want to take a break down to child or come to tabletop and do a cat-cow. Good. And then we'll meet back up and down dog. So we're going to start with the left leg here on this next tiny little flow, moving towards the end of practice. On an inhale, lift the left leg. On an exhale, shift the shoulders over the wrist and just step the foot halfway up the mat. So just halfway. Turn the toes out to the left side of the mat. Make sure the shoulders over top of the right wrist, and lift the fingertips high. Take a breath in, press through the standing foundation of the posture, and lift the hips a little bit more, almost like a crunch into the right side body. And then on an exhale, drop the hips without dumping into the shoulders, so you're still pressing there. Inhale, press, lift the hips. Exhale, drop the hips. Good, one more time. Inhale, press and lift. And then exhale, we're gonna come down. So I like to we're gonna come down on the right hip. For some of you, this might be really easy. You can just come down. I actually like to get a little bit of height here and move my right hand out. This is kind of like I'm chilling, I don't know where right now. Beach? Is that how we sit like this? Don't really remember. Liz, I can't remember. You'll have to tell me after class. But you're going to find this stretch here through the right side of the body. You might want to take the left hand here to the left ankle. You can bring the top of the arm here towards the front of the knee. And again, maybe even just drop the head to the side. Kind of let this be as lazy as you want. We're really relaxing here through anywhere in the body that's holding tension unnecessarily. Options to stay here. If you'd like to try baby grasshopper, this is just a fun little twist on this posture. It's active, so if you're enjoying this really lovely hanging session here, or maybe even you want to come all the way down, you can do that. If you'd like something a little bit more active, you're just going to scoop this right hand in front of you, and then reach around the front of the left arm, and maybe this is the place where you stay. you're in a bit of a forward expression here with the heart. Maybe you grab for the outside of the calf, or maybe you grab for the toes. And as best this was described to me when I first learned it, imagine you're just standing up on this left foot and the right hand. You're just gonna come to rock and lift. And you might be like, what? This is kind of like a party trick physics thing, I think, sometimes. Once you get up, you can sit down lower and scoop the heart forward, really flex through that right foot. Stay for another breath. And then we'll all meet back down in our lounger. Lounge. And then take this left hand back around behind you. And we're gonna take the right knee. If you've got your blanket underneath you, you might wanna move it. Bend the right knee in, cross the left ankle over the right thigh here, and really flex through the ankle. So this knee can be bent out quite a bit. It doesn't need to be super close up into the chest. Just do whatever's comfortable with you. Good, and then we're gonna take this whole shape and drop it to the left. You're gonna spin onto your left hip, right? And then keep twisting the torso around. Options to stay high here, or if you'd like, maybe even unwinding here. Break dancing move. You can grab your blanket or pillows or bolster or anything like that and walk it on down. And just lay down. This would be a great opportunity if you've been hiding body pillows at your house to use those. This would be a nice little hug one, or even those funny pregnancy pillows that I think a lot of us still have stashed in closets. Or your pet, your dog, your cat. We'll just go ahead and start to walk the hands back up here. Scoot props if you have them out to the sides. And then take the hands back. Soles of the feet come onto the mat. And just windshield wiper the legs. Right to side. So we're facing the back of the mat. We'll now do that whole thing to get back around. But before we get there, bringing the soles of the feet onto the mat. Knees are bent. Hands to the backs of the thighs. Lift the heart. Then on an exhale, round the spine. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine. Good. Then find neutral spine here and start to lean back until you get light in the toes. Maybe just stay here. Goal is to keep the tension here out of the hip flexors. That's why the hands are here at the backs of the thighs. If you want a little more, feet can come up. Legs can straighten. You can also flip the palms up. Any variation here. Channeling your inner can-can. And then we'll cross at the ankles, rock over, and step it back into down dog. Deep breath in, exhale out. On an inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, step it halfway. So we're coming back to the beginning here. Turn the toes to the right, left shoulder over left wrist. And then press through the foundation here. Like you could squeeze or juice an orange on this left side body, reach the right fingertips up. Nice. On an exhale, lower the hips a little without dumping into this left shoulder, so you're very strong here. Press, use the side body to bring you up. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale up. This time we're coming down to lounge. So find your way in, gather up any extra support that you'd like. Maybe hugging this foot in as it has a tendency to sneak out. You can come down onto the forearm here, you can lay it out the whole way. Maybe just letting that head fall to the side. And then options just to stay here and continue lounging or lounge down closer to the floor. If you'd like to move into that variation that we did, bring the left hand up, the right arm, right tricep will come around to the front of the left or the right shin. And again, maybe this is a great spot to stay. Bending that left elbow, you can practice with scooping the heart forward. Or you can grab for the toes or grab for the calves. And again, this is a up, like you were trying to stand, and then bending down. And then come on down the whole way. Good. Kneeling back in our lounger. Last little bit of flourish. And then the right hand comes up and around. And we'll find our way into that figure four seated. The right leg's already crossed up and over. So you just bend this left knee. Really important to keep the right ankle flexed here to protect the knee. Maybe the longer you're here, you can scoot it up and in a little bit to get more in towards the hip. And then take one more breath. And then we're moving the whole shape to the right. So the legs will come first, tip-top over. And then the hands unwind, and we just keep walking around and twisting so you can't twist no more. And then fold. Or stay high, either way. Come on down. Really gently, when you're ready, starting to walk the hands back up. Lengthening through the spine first, and then walking on around. Bring the soles of the feet onto the earth. Just windshield wiper. Get a little bit of love into the low back. And last set here at bow before we come down onto our backs. Feeling through the sit bones first. If it felt nice to kind of find neutral spine by taking those cat-cows, you can do that. Otherwise, just come into it when you're ready. And when you're in boat, you're noticing if boat is looking like a bathtub. And instead, try to bring the belly towards the thighs, roll the shoulder back. I like to think about my heart looking up here. You can stay. If you'd like to take a different variation, piece fingers around the big toes here. You can lift the heels up. Again, thinking about lifting the heart, lengthening the belly towards the thighs. Nice, and then we'll all meet back in neutral, bending the knees in towards the chest, hands to the backs of the thighs, toes come down, and roll it down. Hug the knees in, rock it side to side. Really nice. Good. So from here, we're just going to take one last little stretch, one last little twist. Bring the right knee in towards the chest, hugging it in. Nice. And then options from here, you can extend the left leg and bring this right leg up and over. Or maybe you want a little bit more hip action still if you're still feeling those standing series in the hips. Bend that left knee back in, find recline figure four now, and drop the whole shape to the left. So your choice. Even here with the neck, so traditionally a lot of us are taught to turn our head in the direction opposite of the legs. It is kind of nice sometimes just to turn the cheek to the left, turn the chin to the left, and then you can take this arm, this right arm, bend it like a cactus shape, and really press the forearm and the back of the tricep into the earth. It just gets a nice, lovely stretch across the front of the chest. And we'll come back up through center. Switching sides real quick, knee in towards the chest. Just get some nice compression here into the front of the hip flexor, opening through the back, and then choosing your variation. Same as the other side. So straight leg or figure four. If you're in figure four, you're really flexing through that ankle and bringing it on over. And then using the core to bring you back and up through center. Just hug the knees in towards the chest, gently rocking side to side here for a minute, letting it feel kind of yard saley, kind of flowy. And then bring the knees tight together, hug the toes up in towards the sit bones. Use the arms and lift the chin, go to forehead towards the knees. Just tight energy here in a ball. You could condense everything into the tiniest atom center space. And then on an exhale, when you catch a big, nice breath out, coming into your Shavasana. And some of us might have a Shavasana switch, and you can get right into it. I have never found it. It takes me some orientation. Hi, Kira. Takes me some deep breaths. Just allowing yourself to take any of those adjustments through the physical body that you need, so that really you can appreciate the posture for what it is, which is your final resting posture. And they say that the magic in this final resting posture is where everything from the practice crystallizes into the tissues. It crystallizes inner wisdom, which isn't just cool, fun fact, fun yoga fact, but really important for the reason why we practice, which is being able to show up in the world and offer these gifts that we've cultivated on the mat. So when we come back to practice, those learnings, those lessons, those edges, we're that much closer to being in relationship with them, not just here on the mat, but here off the mat, right? That whole how do you do anything is how you do everything. Really taking the time to set yourself up. And see if you can maybe start to count down, maybe bringing back that mantra that we used at the beginning of class. Please let me feel inner peace from the center of me. Keeping the body really rested and still and grounded. Just see if you can find your awareness to the origin of your breath. Maybe place a hand there. Maybe just let the awareness rest there. And then if there's a different spot that to you feels like another energy center in your body, you can bring the other hand there. Again, so maybe hands are stacked in different places, maybe they're one on top of the other. And just take a few moments to honor these spaces of strength and centering your body. Your own stores of unique wisdom, your own home bases. And then gently, if you have the hands to those places, you can just let the arms come back down out to the sides and start to take some gentle movement. Start to deepen the breath. And then rocking onto one side or the other when it feels like time for you. And taking a breath on your side bodies before you come on up to an easy seat. Coming full circle with the practice, the way we began, finding your way into that seated position. No rush to get there. When you do, just feeling grounded through the sit bones, feeling that ease through the spine. And we'll just bring hands to heart center, gently pressing the left and the right together, anchoring them down to the heart. Taking a breath in. On an exhale, feeling a moment here towards the end of practice just to acknowledge, to create space to acknowledge everything that conspired to get you into class tonight. What held space for you so that you can have an hour to breathe, to move your body, to practice in whatever way you ended up practicing in your corner of the world, in your corner of your home. Looking for the big influences and the little ones. Just giving them a bit of nod. And then we'll bring the thumbs up to the third eye center, gently lifting the chin in acknowledgement of this space, this community virtually here that we're finding ourselves in. Gratitude for the practice and for the lessons that may have given us, subtle and otherwise. For all this, we'll bow forward, sealing our practice today, and sending these gifts out into the world where they're needed. Namaste, everybody. Thanks for coming to practice tonight. So appreciate you all. I'm going to unmute you so I can say goodnight. Here you are. Good night. You're so welcome. Appreciate you, gals. Have a great rest of your night. Mwah.